It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bills and the Rams on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Josh Allen of the Bills, Matthew Stafford of the Rams.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. I know. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Now that was was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing with 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the Bills' 34-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. That's taken in by Henderson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Rams' 18-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. The score,
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return is Brandon Powell. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
And not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Open man right side is caught, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Stafford on first down. Fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Got rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen gonna throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain there for the Bills.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. It still won't go down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Here we go. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll look to run with Singletary. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long from that opportunity.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back.
He's playing. He's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Drop deep, 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm trying to collect. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58 is the Mike. 58 is the Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete. Really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Allen off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Allen. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Singletary, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
Allen's pass complete to Stephon Diggs. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Allen off the bootleg.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down.
It's Johnson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Bass on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, the return is Powell. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The football going back to the Rams now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stafford. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded at the 33.
Let's go, fellas.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete. That's Howard. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and
4. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate.
Gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
Certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So now Stafford and the Rams down by 16. A minute 40 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.